Hey guys, and welcome to another Hat Galore, where I talk about recent unusual unboxes and high tier sales. One of the first things I'm going to mention is that the Burning Aviator actually sold for a Sunbeams team captain, which is easily around 50 buds in unusuals, possibly more. Kind of depends if you're basing the amount on mixed or pure. But also the Burning Flames Mask of the Shaman came back on the market. Now this is a hat I mentioned in a previous video, and I personally consider one of the rarest hats in the game, just seeing as it's been in the game a very long time and the Burning Flames one only got unboxed around a month or two ago. But the buyers actually put it on Outpost and it sold for 125 buds pure to Vu, who's a TF2 unusual collector. I think he has one of the richest backpacks in TF2, if not the richest. And second to him is Matty, though obviously it's not a competition, maybe to some people, but nonetheless it's nice that it went to a collector's backpack, and yeah, I thought I'd let you guys know about that. One of the best unboxes this week was definitely the Burning Flames Killer's KABUTO, a hat that can easily go for 30 buds or more, so a big congrats to you Snapper on unboxing it. It's actually been a while since we've seen any high tier KABUTOs unboxed, and I'm actually really hoping that a Sunbeams combustible KABUTO gets unboxed, which is obviously for the Pyro, a hat that came into the game from the Love and War update. Talking of Sunbeams KABUTOs though, there was actually a Sunbeams Killer's KABUTO unboxed this week as well by Fish, and he's asking for something slightly shy of 20 buds, which is a fairly realistic buyout, so props to you for doing that. I know a lot of people when they unbox these unusuals tend to just highball the hell out of them, and you know, usually it's to get better offers, but it's nice to see, you know, people that do have a realistic buyout straight off the bat, so congrats to you on getting that. The Sunbeams KABUTO is actually one of my favourite hats in the game. I have that in my collection in level 100 form, and I'm actually trying to get all of the Shogun unusuals with Sunbeams effects, so hopefully that's a goal I complete in the near future, and yeah, I'll let you guys know how I get on with that. Another week's gone by since the Love and War update, and there have been even more hats from that update confirmed as unusual, one of which was the Pomade Prince, and I found this out because Neymar, who bought the Burning Flames Red Hiding Hood, actually unboxed one of these with the Haunted Ghost effect. And it's been sold I think twice already, but I mentioned in the last video how they've actually made a few new hairstyle hats, or cosmetics rather, available as unusual, and it's interesting to me because these are hats that you can paint, or hairstyles sorry, and it does actually change how your character looks in game quite a bit, and it's starting to feel more like, you know, an RPG game. I remember when I played World of Warcraft and RuneScape and stuff, hairstyles and, you know, new hairstyles added to the game were quite a big thing that people cared about, so I think it's interesting they chose these hats rather than some of the other ones that were in the update. And no, I like it. I'm glad they're adding these new hairstyles to the game. As well as the pomade, there was a Peace Nix ponytail unboxed as an unusual, which is again a hairstyle from the Love and War update. He got it with the purple energy effect, which is, you know, like a good first gen effect, so props to Smox on getting the unbox. Wow, that was, it's probably sounded intentional, but that was not intentional at all. But he's only asking for 8 buds on Outpost, so you know, a fairly realistic and reasonable buyout in my opinion, and it's always nice to see, you know, people like this aren't asking for 50 buds on a hat that isn't bad looking, but it's not great looking either. So yeah, props to you. There was a Sunbeams Das Nagenvatcher unboxed for the medic, and this hat is not one that I've ever heard of. I don't even think it was released in the last update. It's definitely like a few updates ago, so the fact that I wasn't even aware of the hat itself is kind of upsetting for me, because I'm meant to be some sort of high tier and experienced trader, or well informed at least. But you know, it's a good looking hat, similar to the Stelhelm in my opinion, but it has the sort of cap that comes down behind him. Only asking for 14 buds, which sounds realistic to me, though it's not one of one in existence, so I'd be curious to know what the other one sold for, if it was sold at all, and so far his highest offer is 10 buds pure. We also had a Scorching Flames rimmed RAINCATCHER unboxed. Now this is an old hat with a first gen effect, and when I see things like this it does excite me, because it gives me the anticipation that maybe we're going to see some new god tier unusuals like the Burning Team Captain again. It's been well over a year since we've seen one of those unboxed, and the last sale was to Galore, who also bought the Burning Killers exclusive for 300 buds, but I think the Team Captain he got for around 150. I personally would be really interested to see how much a Burning Team Captain goes for, because ever since Goro's purchase of the Killers exclusive, I would say most, you know, higher tier traders in the community have been far more comfortable offering, you know, things over 100 buds for hats that I would say definitely wouldn't have gone for close to that maybe 6 months ago to a year. So I don't know, it's interesting to me how trading can change because of one trade, or maybe it's just because there are more people able to buy or afford these unusuals, but I'll be interested to hear what you guys have to say about that. Like, how much do you think the Burning Flames Team Captain could go for if another one got unboxed? I would personally say something around 200 buds. Obviously it's not all class like the Killer's exclusive, but it's still probably one of the most hyped hats in the game, especially if one did get unboxed. You know, most of the trading community would hear about it within the week. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. We had a Burning Flame Scout Shackle unbox, which is part of a cosmetic set, I would say, if you count the Little Drummer Man. And there's actually been a Scorching Flames and Sunbeams effect of this hat unboxed by the same person, which I found quite interesting because, you know, it's unlikely that you're going to get version effects twice in a row, you know, generally anyway. So the fact that he got the same hat with two very high tier effects is kind of crazy. But definitely congrats to Norino, however you say your name, on getting that unbox. It'll be interesting to see how much that goes for. We had a Sunbeams Head Splitter unbox, which is a all-class unusual that's been in the game for quite a while. You know, more or less Halloween themed. And I didn't know there was much hype behind it, mostly because I've never paid an interest in one and I've only ever seen them with effects like Miami, Disco, you know, Dead Presidents and Cloud9, which are all, you know, okay effects, but when one hat is unboxed with just those effects and there's quite a few number in existence, kind of popularity goes down. But it actually sold for 50 buds in unusuals, which involved just these four: the Orbiting Fire Soldier Stash, the Antifreeze Napper's Respite, the Harvest Moon Flamenco, and a Hellfire Brainiac. And I think the last two were definitely the more expensive ones, but they're not even that necessarily hard to sell in my opinion, so the guy definitely got a good deal. And I don't know whether the buyer's actually looking to keep it or not, but it'll be interesting to see how much he gets for it if he does decide to sell it. Yet another Burning Flames Pirates bandana was unboxed. Now, I mentioned one of these in a previous Hat Galore, which was I think only around a week or two ago, so the fact that two of these were unboxed, you know, a couple of weeks apart is kind of crazy. But it would have been nice to see maybe one of the new hats unboxed in Burning Flames rather than this Pirates bandana, but it's actually being brokered at the moment by Venom. The original owner wanted to sell it for 15 buds, and I guess Venom found him and offered to try and sell it for more in hope that he could get a cut of it. I could be completely wrong on that. Maybe he, you know, just advised him and isn't getting any profit from it, but I don't know, I just thought that was quite interesting. A Circling Hearts Killers exclusive was unboxed, and apparently it sold for something between 75 and 100 buds in unusuals. I'm not entirely sure what the unusuals were, but obviously it got good unusuals straight off the bat, like on the first day it was put on Outpost. But it's cool to see that, you know, these high tier all class hats are still getting unboxed with, you know, mid tier effects. I know there's a lot of people that do love the Circling Heart effect. I'm personally not one of them, but definitely congrats to you, McFatlord of Manhattan, on getting the Circling Hearts KE. Lastly and most recently, there was a Scorching Flames Yellow Belt unboxed today, and that's where we're going to go for something between 15 and 20 buds. He actually got it in 3 keys, which is extremely lucky, but then again, I've always said you're better off unboxing just a few crates once in a while, because in my experience, like, if you do a large amount of keys unboxing wise, you're less likely to get something like towards the end stretch of your unboxing session. That's just kind of obvious, I guess, in most cases, but you know, it will impact you less if you do unbox less crates at a time over a long period of time. But yeah, big congrats to you on unboxing the Scorching Yellow Belt Sheepy. And I do want to give a thanks and credit to you guys who let me know about these unusual unboxes. I've actually been getting quite a few comments on my Steam wall and even Outpost trades of you guys just letting me know, you know, new hats that are on the market. I've also had my Strife logo recreated by a friend of mine. He'd done a really good job with it and he does some really good graphics, and I'll link his stuff in the description if any of you are interested. He's very reasonable with prices, and if any of you are looking for a new logo or branding for your stuff, he can definitely help you out big time. And yeah, thanks a lot for watching, guys. I do appreciate your support on these Hat Galore videos. I think most of you are enjoying them. I'm going to try and make them better as I go on. Sorry there wasn't any gameplay in this one. I've been kind of busy in the last week, and I was hoping to get some footage yesterday of a charity stream I was in, but DxToy wasn't working. Anyway, without any more waffling on, I wish you guys the best of the weekend that's left, and I will see you in a few days. Bye!